important video this, important one, because I thought about this the other day, and it's things like this. I want to tell the job centre this, but I don't. Now, technically, I can't work full-time where I am, which is not the end of the world, but, you know, I am looking for part-time work, but I'm not being, like, overly looking, right? It's my theory, man. Looking for work. Are you applying every day? Are you applying all the time? So all these different jobs? Are you applying to all these agencies? Don't. Hold back. Hold back. The more you apply, the less jobs you're going to get. That's my theory, man. Because everything's linked, especially with agencies. A lot of them are, you know, they're friends with each other. And they'll say, oh, this guy's just applied for us or whatever. Or you had an interview. Say you failed with one agency. And then if they inform the other one, oh, you can't for an interview, failed, blah, blah, blah. And then you're applying to the agency, which they've already told that, you know, it's all in the system, man. Guarantee it. I know I'm right. And it's probably the same with these online things. You know, what is it? Indeed and all that. It's probably the same with that. I reckon I'm right. So if you're looking for work, I would say ease off a bit. Still look for work, but don't think I'm going to ring up every single job in the paper. You can't even do that anymore, can you? You got to apply online, all that crap. I like the old days where you just go in and ask for a CV. And that way they get to see you then, like the manager whoever's there, they get to see you in the flesh at first and think, oh, he seems like a nice guy. Or she's like a nice chick. She'll probably fit in our company. A nice smile. Smell clean, hygiene. There's so much they can tell just from meeting you. Nice trainers on, nice and clean. Shirt was ironed. I don't wear shirts, but I would if I had an interview. Shirt was ironed, no crease in the shirt. Smelled good. Spoke really good English. Very engaging. Eye contact was there. Not shifty at all. Doesn't look like a druggie. Doesn't look like a fucking alky. Yeah, win-win. That was the good old days. Those days are gone now, unfortunately. That's when I grew up, man. It's that thing. It's completely different now. I could go for my job at my old place. There's a chance I'd get it back. I haven't told people all this, but I will. I'll do it in this video. It's all kind of linked. So my last job, if I'm honest, the rails was already coming off. But the thing that pushed me over the edge, and they know this, and because I keep bumping to a driver, I won't say names, but I keep bumping into him. He's one of the nicest drivers out of the whole lot. I like him. He reminds me of Tom Hanks. It looks a bit like Tom Hanks back in the day. Turner and Hooch, kind of with all the hair. Suits him. Keep bumping into him. He's aware of this because I told him. And I think it touched them. So I had this delivery in Gloucester. It's this old man, bless him. And as soon as I got in there, I could see how lonely he was. It was already breaking my heart. And then I was talking to him, and then he was talking about his wife. He's the wife, and he showed me a picture of his wife. He was a white man, an elderly white man. He showed me a picture of his wife, this Jamaican-looking woman, bless her. Showed me the picture on the wall of her. She died. And then that was getting me all emotional. I wasn't crying then, but I was starting to go. My lip was starting to go. And then he told me, and then he was very thin. He was very thin, and I was like, you all right, mate? Is it anything going on? Like medically? Yeah, I did. I'd done it in a nice way. He told me he's got cancer, and he hasn't got long to live. So that, and then I'm crying. I'm literally crying. Just me and him. I spent half an hour with him, which you're not meant to do. You're only meant to spend like 5-10 minutes. Pretty sure they wouldn't mind a dying man. So lonely, and he's telling me about his family was coming up at the weekend. His face lit up. He's so excited. I hope to God he got to see his family. Sorry, big lorry there. I hope to God he got to see his family because it was really heartbreaking, man. And then he gave me a tip. He gave me a tip, and then that was it. I just broke down. I was crying. Must have gave him like 2-3 hugs. I didn't want to leave him, man. Got into the van crying, bawling my eyes out. And then it all went downhill from there. And then the manager saw me crying in the van. And that she's going out with this guy that I really like, who I'm good friends with. And when I'm there, I am good friends with him. I text him out of work. I've done a couple of times, but it's not like that. I'm one of those people I'll lay off, ease off. I don't want to be too clingy. Anyway, she saw me crying in the van. She asked me, I told her, she told him, and then I think, the manager must have worked out, oh, bloody hell, that's had a massive effect on him. And then I said to him, look, mate, can you make sure I never go back? So really, so I feel bad about this, but I don't at the same time. I said to him, and the manager, I said, look, can you make a note on the system that I don't never go to him ever again because it's just too hard. And I feel guilty about that. But I'd have been the same thing again. I've gone to him again, he'd been even thinner. He'd have looked even more ill, and I'd be crying again, and we'd be able to leave him. Or the other deliveries are late because I'm spending it with all this time with this cancer guy. So, bless his heart, man. I hope he's all right, but not by now. Not by now. I'm not a fucking doctor. I'm not a doctor. He said it was terminal, and there's just no way. He was so thin. I was worried about him, trying to say, "Are you eating anything? Have you had some porridge?" Trying to encourage him to eat and stuff. That's the thing, when you got cancer, yes, probably the last thing you want to do is eat. I don't know if the cancer alone makes you lose weight. It probably does. And then on top of that, you don't want to eat because, you just don't. Who wants to eat when they feel sick? Because that's what it's like, right? So anyway, that gives you an insight. That was my last job. Now, I'm not blaming it entirely on him. It's not his fault. I'm not blaming it entirely on that, but it added to it, the situation. Of course, she was nice. She gave me a little look, that one in the mini. Oh, hey. Shit, I got run over. So, yeah, that's like my last day at work was that. So, it's really, it's like, I don't know. I'm not blaming on that guy, but at the same time, that was when the cogs was coming off the fucking my mental state. The cogs was coming off, and then I had all the stuff at home to deal with Alex, that Bulgarian dickhead, jealous of me. Jealous because I helped his girlfriend upstairs with a fucking box. Fucking hell, innit? I was on my lunch break, put my bike in the hallway. Yeah, I was on my lunch break. My bike was in the hallway, and I heard someone coming in the house with a box. And I thought, because I'm actually quite a good person to live with, I thought, oh, my bike's there. They're not going to be able to get past. So I went out. I didn't know who it was. It was his girlfriend. And then I offered to move my bike out of the way, and I offered to help her upstairs with the box. She said it was fine, but thank you. So obviously, and then he found out, but then got weird about it, and so that, and I was worried about my cats being there with him and his stupid dickhead friends. And it wasn't just that; it was the state of the house, having to do all the jobs all the time, putting the bins out, doing the recycling, doing the windows, doing the garden, doing the weeding, doing the litter. I don't get paid for none of it because your home's your castle. I'm a true Englishman because your home is your castle, even if you don't own it, it's your castle. So anyway, it gives you a bit of insight. That's my last job, so I kind of do want to go back. I do. He kept saying to me they're always looking for people. So, i.e., they've obviously talked about it, I reckon, and they worked that out. And they're like, well, this kind of ties in, doesn't it? He had the cancer guy, and then it all just kind of, it all went to pot. Try not to swear. It all went to pot because I got the cancer guy. Bless him. So he's probably dead by now. I'm pretty sure he would be. So I didn't want to have to, find that out when I was there. It's heartbreaking because that had just sort of been broken. I was already broken. Leaving the guy, he's so lonely, man. It's horrible. And then also, so then I was annoyed with myself for being so depressed. I'm thinking, Luke, that you're really depressed and you haven't got cancer and stuff. And I was depressed. I was angry at myself, I think. I was angry at myself as well, because it's almost like, if you're depressed and you see like a disabled person or something and they're getting on with their life and they're happy and you think, well, hang on a minute, why the fuck am I so depressed, Warner? Why am I so fucking depressed? That was part of it as well. And I think I even said that to myself in the van. They've got mics in there and cameras, so they would have heard. They knew I talked to myself. They didn't mind because they knew it was quite constructive. 8 times out of 10, it was for a reason. It was like, go down this road here, remember this one here, remember this property's off the left here. Remembering the routine and all that kind of stuff. They don't mind if you're doing that. Anyway, I'm done, man. That's me done. So that's my advice. If you're looking for work, the more work you go for, the more jobs you apply for, the less work you get. That's my theory. Can't share the jobs, don't I?